Bhagavad-Gita as it is, and I think there's Bhagavad-Gitas here. So first I'd like to thank all of you for coming and giving us this opportunity to share something that is so very beautiful. So reading from Bhagavad-Gita, and the chapter is 638. Is that correct? Was there anybody here yesterday? Yes? Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas Chinnabhram iva nashyati Apratishto mahabaho Vimudho brahmanapathi Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas Chinnabhram iva nashyati Apratishto mahabaho Vimudho brahmanapati Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas Chinnabhram iva nashyati Apratishto mahabaho Vimudho brahmanapati. Please chant. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtash Chinnabhram iva nashyati Apratishto mahabaho Vimudho brahmanapati. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas Chinnabhram iva nashyati Apratishta mahabaho Vimudho brahmanapati. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas Chinnabhram iva nashyati Sto mahabaho Vimudho brahmanapati. Kachinno bhaya vibrashtas Chinnabhram iva nashyati Avishto mahabaho Vimudho brahmanapati. Word for word, please repeat after me. Kachit, whether, na, not, ubhaya, both, vibrashtaha, deviated from, chinna, torn, abhram, cloud, iva, like, nashyati, perishes, apratishtaha, without any position. Mahabaho, O mighty armed Krishna. Vimuddhaha, bewildered. Brahmanaha, of transcendence. Pati, on the path. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki. O mighty armed Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a raven cloud with no position in any sphere? Please repeat. O mighty armed Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a raven cloud with no position in any sphere? So here in this 6th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, it is called, what is the name of the 6th chapter? Dhyana Yoga. It is an extremely glorious chapters. There are 3 sections of Bhagavad-Gita, as we know. There is the first section, which is, let's just do a really quick little review. 18 chapters in Bhagavad-Gita, divided into 3 sections. 6 chapters in each section, right? The first section Krishna covers Karma Yoga. The second section he covers Dhyana Yoga, and the third section he covers Bhakti-yoga. So this 6th chapter is the beginning of the next section that Krishna will be now covering, and that is called Dhyana Yoga. If you start from the beginning of this 6th chapter, you will find out an abundance of knowledge, an abundance of explanation. Krishna goes over all of the different steps that we may be able to perform. In fact, it's mostly about renunciation and the different kinds of yoga that we have to perform. After explaining all of these to Arjuna then, he holds his head, and what does he say? Chanchala hi mana Krishna, oh my dear Krishna, the mind is so difficult to overcome. What is going to happen to that person who, after following all these things you're saying, goes far away and falls down? So let us now hear what Srila Prabhupada explains. I want you, though, to keep in mind this one point here. Arjuna is in that bewildered state. How many of us have been in that bewildered state of being afraid or confused of fall down? Mataji, yes. Prabhuji, yes. We have all been in that situation. So we're going to go ahead and read the purport by Srila Prabhupada. There are 2 ways to progress. Those who are materialists. So here Srila Prabhupada saying 2 ways. In other words, in life there are 2 paths that you can follow. Those who are materialists have no interest in transcendence. So the first path is to be a materialist. There is the material path. Therefore, they are more interested in material advancement by economic development, or in promotion to higher planets by appropriate work. When one takes to the second path is transcendence. When one takes to the path of transcendence, one has to cease. What does cease mean? Stop. He has to stop or he has to give up. How many of you, in order to achieve your spiritual life today, have had to give up your material life? I think each and every one of us, voluntarily or involuntarily, with our choice or without our choice, in order to make spiritual progress, yes, we have had to give up. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying, in order to make progress in transcendence, one has to cease all material activities and sacrifice all forms of so-called material happiness. If the aspiring transcendentalist fails, then he apparently loses both ways. What are the both ways? He loses everything spiritually and materially. Is that true? We are about to find out. In other words, he can enjoy neither material happiness nor spiritual success. He has no position. He is like a riven cloud. In the sky, there are many, many clouds. A cloud in the sky sometimes deviates from a small cloud and joins a big one. That is called a riven cloud. In this verse it is explained the exact word that Arjuna is using for a riven cloud is abram, chinna, torn, abram, a torn cloud. So, but if it cannot join a big one, then it is blown away by the wind and becomes a non-entity in the vast sky. Now, there are many countries around the world, and you may belong to some of those countries. We have devotees here from America, Narendra Krishna Prabhu. He's a very qualified engineer from USA. He is amongst us. Any other countries? You may be from Bali or Guyana. Mataji's from Guyana. Bolivia. Is that in Europe or South America? South America. She's from Bolivia. Mataji, where are you from? Yes. From Italy. Large countries around the world. So here Arjuna is talking about clouds, and I'm just discussing countries. They're like big clouds. How many of you have left Vrindavan and gone to those big, massive countries? How many of you feel like that riven cloud? That cloud that is away from the center. Where is the center? This is the center. Now we are seated in the center, Sri Vrindavan Dham. But gradually when we glide away, of course if you're going for preaching, it's another thing. It is just like that riven cloud. A cloud in the sky sometimes deviates from a small cloud, joins a big one. But if it cannot join a big one, then it is blown away by the wind and becomes a non-entity in the vast sky. The Brahmanaha, Pati, is the path of transcendental realization through knowing oneself to be spiritual in essence, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So who are we? We are the part and parcels of the Lord. We are the eternal servants of the Lord, eternal spiritual parts and parcels. One who is manifested as, so we are part of Krishna, who is manifested in three forms, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Lord Sri Krishna is the fullest manifestation of the Supreme Absolute Truth, and therefore one who is surrendered to the Supreme Lord is a successful transcendentalist. To reach this goal of life through Brahman and Paramatma, realization takes many, many births. Bahunam janmanam ante. Therefore, the supermost path of transcendental realization is bhakti-yoga or Krishna consciousness, the direct method. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Jagatpate Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha Ubhya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I'll just read the translation one more time. O mighty armed Krishna, does not a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a riven cloud with no position in any sphere? So this morning, sometimes mercy appears and sometimes the mercy is so difficult to achieve. We're so fortunate to be here in Vrindavan. How many of you feel like you are the most fortunate person? So first, I'd like to thank you all for allowing us to be here. Very thankful to be in the presence of all of these wonderful senior Vaishnavas, uncles and aunties and sisters and brothers. This morning when I was chanting my japa, the japa mercy felt like it was really flowing. But I'm going to tell you that does not happen every day. In fact, sometimes it feels like many years, many lifetimes. That when can we achieve that amazing grace? Today was one of those days where I felt like that mercy was really flowing. But I'll tell you, other days, these japa beads, even though it's been almost 40 years that I've had a chance to chant Krishna's holy names, they feel like heavy stones, and I look at them from far away and then I think, oh, I'm not going to look at them. And then I feel so guilty, and then I curse myself. And I think, how did I think like that? I am such a fallen, rascal devotee. Here Arjuna, he is explaining, have you ever felt that you are such a fallen devotee and that you have no hope? Have you ever been in that situation where you keep on trying and you're following and you're listening and you're hearing and you're reading, but it just seems like there is no hope? I am continuing to follow these principles, but I am so very fallen. How many of you feel like you're in that situation? Ajamil was a Brahmana. He was a beautiful Brahmana boy. He was born in a very righteous family, but in 1 second he took the association of just looking at an abominable activity, and immediately what did he do? He fell down. Jad Bharat, he was the king of all of the world. His name was King Bharat, the greatest, most wealthiest royal king. He left his kingdom to go to the forest to perform tapasya. In 1 second, what did he see? A cute little baby deer. In 1 moment, he forgot everything and he became enamored in that service of the deer. We're studying King Chitraketu right now in the temple. And how King Chitraketu, he became so enamored. So this illusory energy of Maya is so very strong. It just takes a tiny moment for us to fall down. What does that even mean? What does to fall down even mean? I will humbly ask you to please tell me in your own definition, what does it mean to fall down? To lose hope, to forget everything. Anyone else want to tell me what does fall down mean? To deviate. What a fantastic answer. And that's exactly what is explained here. Deviate from Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada says that deviation is the cause of our bondage. The reason that we are here is because we keep on taking all the exits before our destination. Deviation. And where does that deviation come from? The mind. The mind is constantly enamored. In America, if you go to the store, you only have $10 to spend. You say, today I'm going to save my money. I'm not going to spend money. You walk into the store, the simplest store, Walmart. Big signs are screaming at you, buy this popsicle, buy these new socks, buy this special medicine is on sale just today. That is what Maya wants to do. And the more you make spiritual advancement in Krishna consciousness, the bigger Maya becomes. So what can we do to avoid this fall down? Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, it is so very, very simple. And in fact, in the end of the purport, this is what Srila Prabhupada says. He says, transcendental realization is bhakti-yoga, or Krishna consciousness, the direct method. But then, again, sometimes we have this tendency to fall down. How can we give ourselves that hope? That no, I cannot take this, I am hopeless. I continue to come under the control of lust, anger, greed, envy. They just come all over me. What is that? One principle. The first thing is that Mamai Vamso Jivaloke. We are the eternal spiritual sparks. And when we see that somebody else is deviating so quickly, what do? We find fault with everybody else when they are in a fallen, or it seems that, oh Mataji, why you did not wear like this today? Oh Prabhuji, where is your japa beads? Oh, immediately, it's so easy. But you know what's even worse than that? We are so hard on ourselves. We're even more hard on ourselves that you are a rascal. You are fallen. You have no hope. We tell ourselves that again and again, but let me tell you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, He is the most gracious personality. He is the most grateful personality. And even a tiny drop of service that we do to Him is never lost. He never forgets any service that is done from your heart. He never forgets the devotee. When Ajamil forgot his spiritual life, and at the end of his body being completely intoxicated at the age of 80 years old, he was just in a drunken state, Krishna appeared within his heart and reminded him. He gave him intelligence because he loves him so very much. Krishna loves you so very much that even if you have performed so many abominable activities, even if you fall away, even if you've lost all your material possessions, your spiritual possessions, Krishna does not forget you. And so Ajamil named his son. Was that just by chance? How is it possible that somebody who forgot about all spiritual life, who had married a prostitute, how is it possible that he could name his son Narayan? That is the amazing grace of the Lord. If Krishna is so grateful to you, don't you think that you should also be grateful and forgive yourself? And not just encourage all other people, but maybe encourage yourself. This is the service that we can take. Whenever this was brought up to Srila Prabhupada, oh, a devotee has left the movement. What did Srila Prabhupada say? It is so easy. It is so easy to make new devotees and kick them out and let them go and to say bad things. But how difficult is it to keep that devotee? He said, it has taken gallons of blood for me to make one devotee. So from this we can understand the value and importance, and how much we have a duty to honor. No matter what a devotee, or no matter what you may be doing, have compassion, have forgiveness, go out there. We are making so many new devotees. Prabhupada says, they come to my temple, you are giving them my books. This is the greatest service. What about those wonderful devotees who are right here, sitting right next to you? Can we care for them? Can we take care of them? Can we reach out to them and encourage them and fan that spark? No, he is also my son, Srila Prabhupada would say. He is also my dear servant, Srila Prabhupada would say. There is no question of fall down. Krishna will always remember him. This great King Maharaj Bharat, to become a devotee, so many of you are educated young devotees, young men, educated mothers are here. You had to give up everything in your material life. Everything you've given up, your family, your friends, your parents, and you've come to Krishna consciousness. By chance, if you go back out to the material world, sometimes by mistake, we think, I will now enjoy. I've been serving Krishna for 40 years. I chanted all this time. I was very strict brahmachari. And now I want to go. I'm tired of all of this. Can you enjoy? I'm sorry. You just can't. Even if you try very hard. Why? Because Krishna is holding on to you. Because Krishna is holding on to you and he is saying, I know you've given everything up to become my devotee. I know you are tired of that brahmachari ashram. They were so mean to you. Nobody treated you nicely. I know that you didn't get prasadam on time. The Rajbhog always went to the temple president's office. And all the brahmacharis had to sweep and clean. It's a terrible life. They have this thing. I went to Gurukula in America. I was born in Chicago in the temple, in ISKCON temple. And then I went to Gurukula. I will tell you, in the 1990s, a lot of us Gurukulis came out. We were rebellious and we said, we have been tortured. We came out, there was this huge thing at the GBC meeting. And they said, we have been treated so badly because some of the Gurukula children were treated pretty badly. I don't even want to talk about what happened. But we can say that. We can say, I've been treated so terribly. We had to wake up at 4 o'clock every morning. Then we had to chant japa in the freezing cold. It was the Detroit temple. There was no heat in some of those rooms. There were rats that ran around. I wanted to fall asleep in japa period every single morning. I was so exhausted. And then you have to stand in the whole greeting of the deities, Guru Puja, and I was about 5 years old in the temple room, freezing temple room. And then sit in Bhagavatam class and then wait till you get the Ekadashi Prasadam. They had eyeball kheer. So in those days, people didn't know sabudana. In those days, they bought the big sabudana. And so you're eating it, and we're little children. You have to eat what you get. That was pretty horrible. Some devotees, they join the temple and they see people standing in front of a tree, worshiping a tree, and they're thinking, what is this? But they accepted that. They gave up that material thing. And they accepted the spiritual thing. And if we think I have been tortured, I want to go now and experience Maya, will I be happy? Yes, I have tried. Yes, I can try. But that pleasure will never be there. Why? Because Krishna here is telling us, you are my very dear friend. I preserve what you lack and I provide what you lack. There was a devotee in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. I think his name was Kali Krishnadas. And he went with Lord Chaitanya and he got enamored by the Bhattaharis. And Lord Chaitanya didn't say anything. He tried very hard to bring him back. What was his name? It starts with a K. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, the description is there. And so then he went to bring him back. It was so difficult to bring him back. Finally, he brought him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't say anything. When he went back to Jagannath Puri, he said, I want to have nothing to do with this fallen man. But Krishna is so merciful, so kind. Why he didn't forgive that devotee, intimate servant? Who forgave him? devotees of the Lord. Sri Nityananda Mahajan is the most merciful. He forgave him. Parama Karuna Pahudui Jana Nitai Gaura Chandra. Bolo. Parama Karuna Pahudui Jana Saba Avatar Sarashiromani Saba Avatar Sarashiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda Parama Karuna Pahu Dui Jana. These two personalities, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, are the most merciful. Please don't forget this. Nitai Gaura Chandra Saba Avatar. Out of all of the incarnations, Sara Shiromani. They are the crest jewel. They give you only pleasure. Bhaja Bhaja Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida Vishvasa Kari. Bhaja Bhaja Bhai Chaitanya Nitai Sudrida Vishvasa Kari. Vishaya Chariya Sera se majhiya Vishaya Chariya Sera se majhiya Mukhe bolo Hari Hari Mukhe bolo Hari Hari. Vishaya Chariya Sera se majhiya Mukhe bolo Hari Hari. So the simple, most easiest method from going away from the fear of this fall down. Here Arjuna, he is asking Krishna, what can I do? Such a man who is on this path of spiritual life, if he becomes bewildered, and does he fall away from the spiritual and material life? He's saying, does he become like a raven cloud with no position at all? Because Krishna is the most gracious, because Krishna is the embodiment of all qualities, he is the most grateful. He has the most grace in his heart. If we have done anything for him, he will never forget. And so what can we do? We cannot just forgive all others. We cannot just encourage all others, but most of all, we can forgive ourselves. Most of all, we can encourage ourselves that yes, you are an eternal servant of Krishna. Yes, Krishna loves you. Continue your bhakti. Continue wherever you are. And please stay away from the two most dangerous types of thorns on this path of bhakti. What are those two things? Sansari majhiya. We must stay away from two things. Worldly, material, worldly things is the first, and the second is Vaishnav aparad. It puts a freeze on your bank account. To make an offense to any other devotee, it puts a complete freeze on your account. There is no need. We barely have any spiritual life, any spiritual creeper. So let us try to avoid this Vaishnava aparadh. Let us try to avoid this worldly association too much. Forgive ourselves and encourage each and every person to continue in their spiritual life. Thereby, there is no question of fall down. Srila Prabhupada says that you will show to me how much you love me by cooperating with one another. So I'd like to thank you all very much for your very kind blessings and your very kind time. And if you have any suggestions or any corrections, you can please tell me. Or any questions or discussions. Yes, Prabhuji. There's a microphone. We can give Prabhuji the microphone. Hari Bol, Hari Krishna to all of you. So we just go ahead and show you who's here. There's the Prabhuji who will speak.
Hari Krishna. You talked about this attraction, this enumeration of Ajamil, you gave so many examples, related to this enumeration and all that things. Don't you think it's, we as a fallible person are, is someone who is susceptible to immune of all these things?
Repeat that again.
Yeah, I'm saying we as a human are very much prone to such enumeration which comes in our way in our daily life, Like for example, there are so many attractions of around temple, in temple, Doi Bazaar, this and that and whatnot. So it's very easy, you can't constantly remember Krishna in your mind. I'm saying no matter how hard we try to remember Krishna, the moment you give up, like say the moment you give up, you are paying attention, then fall down.
Yes, very correct. So your question is, it's very difficult to constantly, because we are conditioned souls. We are by nature attracted to all these things. So it's very difficult to always 24 hours. Yes, it's very difficult. That's why even Arjuna, the best friend, pure devotee of Krishna, he's also saying this. Very, very true point. But what's the best good news? Even if we forget Krishna, you guys know the answers. Krishna does not forget us. And that's the amazing grace and the ecstasy and the hope that we have to hold on to. You can go at this very moment to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada, to Krishna Balaram. You can stand before them, and just like in Bhagavatam class, they are describing the darshan of the Lord is so powerful and so glorious that just by a moment being in their presence, all material misgivings immediately run far, far away. There is no fear. Ma shucha. Krishna says, abandon all varieties, sarva dharman parityaja, mam ekam sharanam vraja. He says, aham tvam sarva papebhyo. I will take away all your sinful reactions. Do not fear. But the problem is that we do not want to. We don't want to surrender. That's a scary word. It's a very big, big, scary word. It's screaming out, no, I can't surrender. Guess what? There's still hope for us. There's still hope for you. Why? Because Krishna never forgets even a drop of devotion. What is a material example? If you can help me with this, I was trying to think of a good material example that if you put money in a bank account and say the bank goes bankrupt or something, what happens to your money? It's all gone. is spiritual life. What we're doing is we think of our spiritual life in the same way that the material life. Because actually, no gain is there in this material world. But still we're putting full energy and time in what? In the material world. All of our endeavor is in this body, material body, our family, our home, material possessions. But guess what? There's no gain. It's bad news. But the good news is even if you do a little bit of seva, bhakti, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam. How many processes of devotional service are there? 1? 2? 5? There's 9 processes. If you get tired of hearing them, you can start chanting. If you're tired of chanting, you can start remembering. If you're tired of remembering, you can worship Krishna's form. Today we were having lunch and I was serving rotli, garam chapatis to my family. And Radhe, she has her little Laddu Gopalji near the dining table on a special altar, and she keeps him with her. And I said, why you brought him even here? Because she's attached to the Murti. You can serve Krishna. He comes in the form of a cute little baby Gopalji. You can serve him anywhere. How difficult is it for us to have spiritual life? But still what we say? No, 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 no. But Krishna is saying, yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Krishna is saying, I am here for you. But again, mind is saying, no, no, no. Yes, Prabhuji, you had to suggest.
Hare Krishna. You were saying that Krishna is merciful to everyone, to the devotees, especially those who are always remembering him.
Yes.
But Krishna is merciful to everyone, those who are in Maya, those who are in the material world. He gives them everything. Just like the example, sun.
Yes.
He doesn't discriminate between anyone.
Yes.
The air, they doesn't discriminate. They give everybody everything.
True.
So this is all provided by Lord. So Lord is giving everything to everyone, but only the special mercy is given to the devotees. So when you are serving Krishna, He gives you everything. Even if you are not devotee, He is giving you everything. Then those who are getting everything, they don't remember Krishna. The Krishna never minds why He is not remembering me.
True.
This is the comment I am making.
Yes, wonderful point. So even if you are engaged in devotional service, in Krishna consciousness, you are getting mercy. But even if you are outside, still Krishna is taking care of you. But one thing is there, and I've personally experienced it. As long as we are in Krishna consciousness, we are under a special shelter or umbrella. And it's kind of like a happiness shelter. Why we all come running to the temple? Because we feel this immense joy and this bliss, that special mercy of Krishna. But those who are outside, they have some shelter. But so much suffering is there. So much sadness and suffering is there. And you can experience it just in a moment of when you go out into the material world. You can feel it's like kicks of Maya are unlimited. So yes, He is providing for both. Is that similar to what you were saying, Prabhuji? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Just like Lord is always present. In the morning He gives us very nice darshan.
Yes.
Mangalarti, we come for darshan. We come from far different places to take darshan of the Lord. But when Lord is giving darshan, then we reject Him and we do other things.
Sure.
Many people, they go for parikrama and other things. Lord is giving darshan. He is Lord Himself. But we think the Lord is servant, we are His boss, so whatever we like we do.
Yes.
And we leave the Lord like that.
Yes. So if we accept what he's giving us very simply. Srila Prabhupada says everything is right here in my Krishna Balaram Mandir. But so many of us, we come to Vrindavan, we think, no, I also must go there and I also must go. It's Amavasya. I will go to Jamuna and I will take my bath and I also take parikrama and I also go here and there. But guess what? On that very same day, Dinabandhu Prabhu is giving a wonderful ecstatic lecture in the temple. If you sit, this morning I was thinking, if I just could sit in Krishna Balaram Mandir 24 hours, that would be perfection. That would be my perfection. So the process is simple. Who's making it complicated? Me. I'm making it complicated. Let's not make it complicated. Remember that Krishna is there and he is giving us everything that we need. We just have to follow, hold on nicely. So thank you all very much. Thank you for your blessings. And Srila Prabhupada ki. Nitai Gaura Premanande. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki.